Hey everyone, this is Carlos and Sandy Lee. Thank you so much for listening. We couldn't do this without the support of onDiem. It's a national on-demand staffing platform for dental professionals.
You can earn PTO, you can get medical benefits, and you don't have to mess with those crazy 1099s. So check out onDiem in our link below. This is episode
186.
live.
1986. Where were you, Sandy?
Can you hear me, Carlos?
I can totally hear you.
Wow, I can't hear you.
What'd you do?
Oh, what did I do?
That's exactly what I just said.
Hold on. I don't think I can monitor the live while I'm on. Hold on. No, that didn't work either. There you are. Can you hear me now?
Are you back? Yeah, I can hear you the whole time.
I couldn't hear you, though.
Okay. Crazy.
We have technical difficulties pretty much every single time we try to do anything.
Okay.
So this is 186, and I think we're good to go now?
I think so. What I asked you before you flipped the switch was 1986. Yeah. Where were you?
1986. I was 7. I was living in Cape Girardeau.
Okay.
I started school kind of early on because my birthday, probably in the 2nd grade.
Jeez. Okay. Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Feel like hanging myself now. No, I was a junior on my way to senior year.
Okay.
87, rock on, the best year ever.
Yeah.
And I remember I took the ASVAB, the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, and I took it with a bunch of people, but my friend Doug and I just had I want to say our 35th anniversary of the day that we left for the Navy last week.
Right. Wow.
And I'm like, 35 years. That seems like a lifetime ago.
It does, doesn't it?
And I'm like, well, how old are we if we did that?
Oh my gosh.
17 years ago, 35 years ago. I was 17.
Totally.
I turned 18 in boot camp. Ugh. So Doug, he's probably never going to watch this, but he knows that we do it. I don't think he's watched one episode yet, which is,
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks
for the
I
support,
understand.
buddy.
Yeah. Actually, he did come to my show in New Jersey. So him and his friend, his girlfriend Wendy, and we all went to high school together. So it was nice to see them. So thanks for coming out.
That's nice.
But
so I guess the point of this going live, one is because I'll be on a float trip, and 2 is Carlos and I just felt like going live.
Describe a float trip. Is that what it sounds like?
What do you think it is? Let's start there.
All right, in my mind,
you guys know what a float trip is.
I grew up in Jersey, right?
Yes.
So factor that in. And I'm a Puerto Rican dude from the city. So knowing that, I'm just guessing at what you're doing. All right, I can picture either a bunch of like inner tubes or like some bootleg homemade like rafts. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind,
like
I'm
Huckleberry Finn.
No, like I've seen dudes. I watch a lot of YouTube. You know that.
Yes.
And I saw a guy make a river boat that he could take apart, and he used like barrels, and he added up all the barrels and how much flotation he would need and how much each weight could support. Is it like that, or is it like a pontoon boat, or is it tubes? What is it?
So there's a few ways you could do it. One is inner tubes, like you said. Another is canoe, like if you want to do a canoe. Okay. And then another is a raft. John and I have a 4-person raft, so it's going to be me and John and Parker. Parker's going to go.
Cool.
Yeah. You have a cooler. You hang out on the river, and you drink, and funny stuff happens, I'm sure. And then everybody takes pictures of it and posts it online.
That sounds like a fun way to spend the afternoon.
Yeah. So it's going to be hot. The water's going to be cooler.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be nice. Oh, and Powerade. Because do you want to tell everybody how the dental festival ended for a lot of people?
Unfortunately, somebody came in hot, some super spreader, and
super hot.
And a couple people got I don't know how many, but a couple people got a little sick. I think you weren't feeling good.
Yeah, and so we'll start off by saying there were a few amazing acts that they had, acts, singers, that kind of thing. So I was screaming my head off. I can't help it. Like when you have live music, I scream a lot. And so my voice was kind of scratchy, and I was like, oh crap, I got to speak on Saturday, so I really have to watch it.
Right. We
but
had Bronker Lee.
Yes, and
Alex Simon
Aaron,
and his band.
And then we had Alex Simon. He does drumming on the, what are they called? Buckets, which was awesome.
Dude.
I loved it.
And of course the Corey Farley band, which was fantastic. Yes. Again, not my genre of music, but I think live music of any kind is going to be awesome. You know what I mean?
And really, it was fun. It was fun. We went out. Oh, that's what it was. We went out. What was it? Wednesday night or Thursday night? Man, all my days ran together. But that's when I was, I had a couple drinks. We had a lot of fun, and we were dancing until like midnight.
Yeah, I was working late one of those nights. But it's okay. I had business to take care of, business before pleasure. And so I think overall, but so I would say thanks to Elijah and the team. You know who you are, everyone, and all the amazing vendors that came out. We had well over 80, tables, that were there. All the speakers, and just, Dentistry's Got Talent. I did Dentistry's Got Talent. I was so busy. I did Dentistry's Got Talent.
You were.
I did the vendor conference, 2 days of that. Right. I did. We hosted Quest and Jay Lewis from Fifth Gear Concepts.
Yeah, Jay Lewis was very memorable, and we had a nice,
super cool guy.
You know how I am. Like, I don't like superficial conversation. Like, hey, how's it going? How's the weather?
Right.
I like to dive right in. What's your death meal? Like, if you're gonna die tonight, tomorrow, what are you gonna eat? And then we were starting to talk about, like, he's Christian, and we were talking about like marriage vows and stuff like that, what that means. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not. Jay, I'm sorry if this is a secret, but his wife was going to do like gluten-free, and so she was making gluten-free pasta, and then she was making regular pasta for him because he was like, I don't want to do that gluten-free stuff. Right. And then he started thinking, like,
extra gluten, please.
What's that?
Put me down for some extra gluten.
Yeah. For real. But I said something, and it sparked a thought. If this is all she wants from me is to do gluten-free with her because she's trying, why not? So right. I don't know, Jay, how's that gluten-free lifestyle going, buddy? But he was an amazing person. He was a cool guy. He used to be a detective, and then now he's in this tech company, which is awesome. I think, go with what you know and what you love. Yeah. And I think that's what he's doing. So Jay Lewis, like the first day. What's that?
I called him like the first day of the festival. I'm like, dude, where are you? He's like, I'm working, man. So the dude is a hustler, and God bless him. Keep doing it, man. But thanks again, Jay, for hosting it. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Quest. That was fun. I did. Oh my God. Oh, it was crazy.
Well, that's how it goes down sometimes.
I think we had, what did we have? Like 80 something people this year?
It was well attended, and I heard laughs.
A big event. Yeah.
We burnt through all the questions super quick, though.
Yeah, and that was my fault. I thought it was a half an hour instead of an hour, and like we were pretty much done. And then I threw you in there and said, "Okay, let's just do stand up." Carlos, ready, set, go.
Yeah, Elijah's like, dude, you got 25 minutes to kill, so
that's why this just works between us, because I'll host up the wazoo, and then if we get done too early, I'm like, hey, Carlos, it's your turn. You get to take it away, buddy.
I'm not sure you didn't do that on purpose, but I totally wasn't ready for it. And I'll say this, and anybody who's ever done stand up, I don't know how you feel about it. But in my case, if there is a stage and a dance floor,
Mm-hmm.
freaking kryptonite, dude. I
Yeah,
can't.
this
Yeah,
setup
it's just
was
too
not
far from
great.
the audience, and so I went out and I threatened to tickle everyone. I did
Yes.
that, and I was making fun of how it felt like time was moving backwards. That was kind of
Right.
I got
Uh,
good. Yeah, so
yeah, but then
stupid.
you picked it up, you took it home,
Yeah,
people
well,
had a
yeah,
great time.
I think so. It was a lot of fun. What else happened? There was something. Oh, cowboy boots. I wore cowboy boots for like 2 or 3 days for like all day, and I gotta be honest with you, they're super comfortable. I was
Yeah.
surprised how comfortable they were.
Right. Right. Yeah. Mine aren't real like cowgirl boots. So mine weren't as comfortable, but they were bad, you know. I didn't get to do any line dancing like I wanted to, but
Yeah, I don't line dance. I don't dance at all. So
I feel like you would have liked it though, because
you
there's
think
certain songs, there's a certain dance for certain
it's electric
songs.
like that?
Not not like that, but country songs like, and then gosh, there's a couple of them that I actually know. I
Okay.
I can't I couldn't remember them, but you know once I see people doing it, I'm good. I'm good. Like put me in there, boot scootin' boogie,
All
that
right.
kind of thing.
In the late '80s, maybe there was a TV show, and I don't know. I want to say maybe CMT. Is that a
Yeah,
country music
yeah,
television,
it's a
right?
station. Yeah.
And there was a dance show, right? And it was just
Mm-hmm.
couples going around like in a big circle, maybe like a squared circle, right?
Yeah.
And there was a camera like on the ground, and I remember seeing the boots as they would kind of skip and shuffle by, and I was thinking
Yeah.
someday, 42 years down the road, I'm gonna have some some cowboy
Oh,
boots in
well, there
Nashville,
you go.
So
It's kind of like Soul Train for country people, country
dude,
folk. They call that street Nash Vegas.
isn't that what
Did
they
you
call
hear
the whole
that?
town? Or just that strip?
Yeah, just that strip.
Okay, I can see that. I can totally
Yeah.
see that.
That was a lot of fun going through, and there's like just bars, clubs, whatever you want to call them, everywhere, and they all have live music because all these people are trying to like make it big
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that.
A couple of the guys that came to Tootsie's were amazing. That one kid with the
Yeah,
soloist, he
yeah.
was awesome.
Oh yeah,
John
yeah.
Neerman and
It was
his
great.
band, those guys. I love live music though, man. It could be
I
anything
do too.
really. And
Yep.
special shout out to JD Houvener, who's an attorney, a patent attorney, and he
Yeah.
generously donated a bottle of whiskey to the
Whiskey.
Rodriguez family home, and a couple other people got some, and I think he went to Elijah and Chris Cameron and stuff. But
Nice.
I saw the flavor; it said mango habanero, and I was like,
Oh
"This is going to be either amazing or just a bad mix." And it was. I took a shot yesterday with my son to
yeah.
celebrate. We grilled out yesterday, and it was delicious.
Really? So
Yeah.
I feel like mango habanero salsa would be amazing.
Oh yeah, I've had wings. I'm sure in that flavor, but
Yeah.
if I can describe it, you want me to describe it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's whiskey, so you get the burn, right? You get like
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
you know, but at the front part of your tongue, you hit the sweet mango, right?
Yes.
And as you swallow it, the heat hits you from like behind, if that makes any sense. Like in the back part of your throat, like in your tongue, you can kind of feel the spicy tingling. And I'm like,
Okay.
that's a funky mix. I will say
Yeah.
this: I probably would not get drunk on that because that's going to be a nightmare of a hangover. But if you
Yeah, it
get
doesn't
sick,
seem
it's going to
like a
be yeah, I don't know.
like let's get wasted type drink.
That's one or two, and you keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 You don't want to drink that all night,
It's
son,
like a
because that's
sipping whiskey or something.
ooh, yeah. But it was delicious. So thank you for that. And I just
Yeah.
met some super cool. Who did you meet that stood out that you hadn't met before that you wanted to meet, or maybe you didn't know you wanted to meet? Who stood out to you as far as
Well,
persons
Jay
or
Lewis
person?
for sure, but I didn't know that I wanted to meet him until I
Sure.
met him. Let me think. Let's see. Who did I meet Lindsay Smith from Lighthearted. She was there. She was the
Yeah.
stalker. No, I'm just kidding.
She was super sweet.
I think it was Friday. Was it Friday night?
Yeah, you shut it down because you weren't feeling 100%. And she goes, "Where's Sadie?" And so she wanted a picture, and it's always weird to me. But I think we ran into her the next day, and she got her picture with you. But I know there's somebody else. You're not thinking this all the way through. Who did you meet that you were excited to meet?
Oh man, why are you throwing this at me?
What was his name?
Hold
Beautiful
on,
young man with a light beard. Come on.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna feel so stupid when you tell me.
You want me to say? It's got to be the tip of your tongue. I posted pictures of all three of us today. Dude.
Just
Jerry?
What?
Jerry?
Oh my gosh. I thought you said light beard.
That's what I said. It's not a super thick beard.
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking light colored. Carlos. Sorry, that was loud. So yeah, we got to meet Jerry RDH, which if you go on Instagram and you look up Jerry RDH, he is I know Carlos hates this, but he's a hygienist. And he has a pretty crazy following. He's always putting on these nice, awesome videos that just make us crack up. And we invited him onto the podcast, so I'm gonna follow up and see if we can make that happen.
Let's see. He's coming.
And he seemed like he was a nice dude, which is nice to see when people get, sort of famous or whatever. Sometimes it goes to their head. So
no, he was super cool dude, and he's coming. He may not even be aware that he's coming, but he's coming. So
yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. We know people. We pull some strings. But yeah, I don't know. I think just overall it was it doesn't seem like it was as long as it was because there was so much activity going on. You know what I mean?
It went by quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it went by really, really quick. Oh, Monday morning as I'm going to the front desk to drop something off.
Okay.
I make it halfway down my hallway and I'm hobbled. And not exaggerating by much, by this crippling pain on my lower right. Like, it's sort of like, if I could describe it, lower back, upper right butt cheek, inner hip joint. Like that whole...
It still makes me laugh when people say butt.
That whole trifecta, that little whatever is going on inside of my torso, dude. It felt like somebody threw a damn monkey wrench in there. And I couldn't stand up straight. I couldn't sit. The whole flight home. And I've been hurting. I went to the doctor today. I couldn't take it anymore. So, fair warning, I'm on muscle relaxers. And I just took my second one, baby.
Crazy,
so I might get another hit of that mango habanero. And then let's see where the night takes us, I'm not getting behind the wheel, though.
Would your sauna help? Do you have an inversion table?
No, but I ordered one.
Did you? Oh, yeah. I love mine.
Doug is like, dude, do you have an inversion table? I'm like, how strong are these things? Because I'm a big boy. He's like, they make them heavy duty. And he's trying not to laugh, right? And we did some research. We were both online on Amazon, and I ordered one. It's coming next week or something. But hopefully I'll be better before then because I can't walk. I take a few steps and it starts to tighten. It's like you make a fist, or you ever have a calf lock up in bed or a hamstring?
Yes.
Like that.
Charlie horse.
But that whole lower back hip area, it just knots up and I can't walk. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I didn't do anything. If I was lifting something, if I was acting wild, jumping off of stages, nothing.
You tried to pick up the onDiem bus?
I did nothing. I was just walking.
Golly.
Nothing. That's how you know you're getting old. You wake up broken,
It's sad. It's sad.
Your feet bones are cracking. I don't know what's going on. So buckle up.
If you guys want, go in the comments and talk to us about back pain, because I know in the dental field, half of you guys have messed up necks, backs, wrists, you name it. But I would have these moments when, like, if I bent over too far, it almost, and I try to go back up, it almost felt like my back was going to lock up. And it gave me this, like, almost spasm kind of feeling. And oh my gosh, I didn't like that at all. And then I would, hang on my inversion table, kind of massage the muscles, stuff like that, and it would help. So
you have an inversion table?
I do. Yeah, I've had one for years.
Have we talked about this before?
Maybe not. But yeah.
Do you use it regularly or no?
I used to use it like every day. It's been a little while, but yeah.
Would you recommend
use it semi-regularly, if that's a thing.
Well, Shauna is on here, and I don't know if I'm revealing too much of, if this is HIPAA, but I didn't treat you. But I know she had neck issues and had it like repaired or fixed or fused or something. And your neck is, if your neck hurts, your whole body hurts is all I'm going to say. You know what I mean?
Ugh. Yeah.
It's like in the snow. If your feet get cold, it's a wrap. I don't care if your head's on fire. You're going to be cold.
Right.
Craniosacral therapy.
Craniosacral theater. Oh, I didn't even see people like commenting.
I'm gonna have to look
Hi,
that
everybody. Up. Hi, Kara. Oh, I saw Kara at the thingy, and then Naomi. Oh, hi, Naomi. She's so cool.
Everybody.
She was really cool. Sorry, I just realized that I could see the comments. I'm such a dork. Yeah, next Shauna said no line dancing in Nashville. That's exactly right. Again, that's bullcrap. So
Deneen, she had fun at Quest. That's all I'm gonna say. Deneen, I'm not gonna.
No comment.
Go into details.
Plead the fifth, Deneen. You better plead the fifth.
All I'm saying is, if you're on a Survivor type game, you want Deneen on your team because she's gonna decapitate people to get those coconuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, she doesn't play around.
I know that. Yes.
She does not play around.
Yes. So, you know that song that starts my neck, my back. You guys know the rest.
I don't think she was a hygienist.
What's that?
I don't think she was a hygienist.
No,
not at all.
That song right there is basically it. If we change some of the words, I feel like that would be our anthem.
I hope not.
What is Becky? Oh my gosh, Becky. She's a great roommate. Becky, Gibby. I thought I heard something the morning that I left. I left you a note. I don't know if she got it or not. But let me know if I can talk about it. Apparently, you guys went out after the black tie party, which I didn't go to. So back to what we were talking about with the COVID. Somebody basically just got all up in there with COVID, and a lot of us got COVID. But so I guess after the black tie party, did y'all go out?
Yeah, we went to go see the Corey Farley band, and it was crazy. It was like 50 of us walk into the place, and it went from full to somebody called the fire marshal. You know what I mean?
Wow,
and then some of the people that were sitting around, they left, and it kind of equalized or whatever in pressure and through osmosis. And so we hung out till they closed the place down.
Damn.
A bunch of us from the extended team walked back to the hotel.
Yeah, I feel like I messed up
and like at what 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I would say I don't know what time it was, but I know Becky came in. I don't remember her coming in because I was pretty like in La La Land, but as she was like, I guess getting ready to go to bed, I kind of woke up, and yeah, I have FOMO big time about that, and I didn't feel well. And so, I didn't want to, give anybody what I had. Because at first I thought it was just, sore throat from screaming and yelling. And then it turned into a little bit of like body achy type stuff. And then Saturday I had a fever for part of the day. And then I slept it off,
I'll say
It
this,
was
dude. That's the
yucky.
second black tie that you
Yes.
missed in a row.
I know. I'm
I don't
so
care
mad.
if you got shot in the kneecap, you're going to the third one.
I want to. I brought a dress. I brought the
Yeah.
shoes. Now the first one last year, or whenever that was, that I don't really know. I was just kind of just tired, I think,
I
and
think
so
we
I
were all
didn't go to the
tired.
black tie party last year, and then this year I was sick. Damn.
You know, I ordered
But
the tux through the system that they had with
oh
Men's
yeah, you looked
Warehouse.
really good too, by the way.
Easiest thing in the world. Oh, please,
Yeah.
thanks. But it's kind of hard. Everybody looks decent in a tux. But you know, it fit well and it was
Yeah.
perfectly sized and the whole thing. Those guys did an amazing job. So again, shout out to Men's Warehouse. Those guys know what they're doing. They picked them up. I don't know when they dropped them off. I don't know, but everything went smoothly. So thank you on that. And
It was awesome.
yeah.
I mean, you looked awesome, by the way. That's what I meant.
Please. But back to the hot dogs real quick. All right.
Hot dogs.
So I think it was I can't remember who all was there. I want to say Kara was there.
Deneen said it was a great night. So was she there?
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Aaliyah was
Shauna.
there. A bunch of people from my extended team. From
Becky?
Maybe. I know Linda Miller from PDT was there.
Sweet.
And they were like, dude, do you want a hot dog? I was like, no, I'm good. And they were like, we're getting you one. And I was like, nah, I really don't want one. And they hand me one, and I was like,
peer pressure. Wow.
Oh my God, this is so good. Like I didn't know I wanted it, but I totally wanted it, and it hit the spot, and I slept like a baby. But it was just a cool mix of people. So you know what I felt like, and again, I'm not trying to sound, I'm gonna put my toxic masculinity out for a second. Sometimes it's good to have a big dude in the group,
Yeah.
and so I felt like I had to kind of corral everyone into and follow them back to the lobby. You know what I'm saying? We know, like the Navy SEALs, we're not leaving anybody behind. And then we kind of, I don't want to say not a scuffle. That's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
There was a very fine gentleman helping people cross the road. Took it upon himself to be a crossing guard of sorts.
Yep. Yeah.
And the conversation ended. I was like, all right, guys, come on. Let's just keep moving. Just forward motion, right?
Right.
And it kind of ended with, I'll see you guys in hell. That's not super helpful. I don't know what context he was talking about, but he was on a religious rant. But when I was like, all right, guys, let's go. He goes, I will see you guys in hell. And I was like, you got it, buddy. Let's just keep moving.
Wow.
And I thought that was a little aggressive. I didn't think that was necessary.
He probably has some sort of mental illness, which is sad. There was a lot of
maybe. But other than that, everyone had a great time. I think.
Yeah.
So.
Shauna says she got pizza from the window at the bar at 2:30 a.m. Hello.
And it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but what I was saying was Becky. So I started waking up as she was getting ready to go to bed, and then all of a sudden, here comes Becky. All of a sudden, she runs across the room into the bathroom, and luckily, the bathroom is pretty soundproof, but I could only imagine what was going on in there.
Oh, not didn't end well.
What?
It didn't end well.
I'm assuming not. I didn't say anything, but
yeah. Well,
let's see. Deneen, she missed the hot dog. She was in her room by 2, so this must have been like a crazy.
Yeah, we lost some people along the way. I'm not gonna name names.
Yeah,
but some people couldn't hang out all night, and they were picking them off, 1 and 2 at a time. And
she said no, it didn't end well.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously,
you gotta
had
know
a good
when to
time.
hold them and when to fold them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was drinking water, and so by the time the hot dog came around, your boy was ready to, shut it down, and I couldn't keep my eyes open. I can't remember who I was speaking with, But mid
Yeah.
conversation, my eyes were just fluttering. I'm like, listen, I hate to be rude, but
you're like, dude, you're
I'm
not
gonna
boring.
sleep right
I'm just
here.
really
I'm gonna
tired.
wake up right on this bench if I don't get out of here like right now. So,
Oh my
but
gosh.
overall, it's just a bunch of cool people, and
Was it
yeah.
Aaliyah said it was easily 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. The hot dog saved my life.
Dude.
Oh, Kara said the hot dog saved my life. Oh, and
Flora, was that
she
you
said she
that
couldn't
couldn't
hang.
hang?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't name names. I didn't name names, but
Flora just outed herself.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just...
So the Corey Farley band was Saturday night. No, Friday night.
Friday night, yeah. And Saturday night at the bar at the club.
Yes,
that's where we were at the whole night.
Yes, yeah. And then didn't he come back to the conference to hang out?
I think he came back for I want to say to do a meet and greet for sure.
Oh, okay.
But he I don't remember seeing him Sunday at Tootsie's.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was fun too, and I got a ton of pictures, and I put a bunch online, and it was just overall just a cool vibe. It was a lot of work putting all that together. I just want everybody to know it looks like magic from the outside looking in, but there's so much logistics that go into putting that together. And honestly, I'm working with a badass group of people that we pull off. I don't know how they did it, to be honest with you. And I was just, you know what I felt like? This is what I felt like, right? All right. Okay. So have you ever been that kid, like me? You may have been younger, right? And there's some 12, 13-year-old kids. You remember that spin around thing that you could spin at about 50 miles an hour, and eventually the small fat kid would fall off?
Are you talking about the merry-go-round?
Merry-go-round, yeah. But the one at the park that you spin around. You know what I'm talking about, right?
A merry-go-round.
Well, I was the small fat kid, maybe 8 or 9. And the rest of the team is on the outside, and they're spinning the dental festival as fast as it go. I didn't let go, but my torso was hanging off the shit with my ankle caught in one of the
Your shirt's like flapping in the wind.
My head's bouncing off the roots of the tree next to the thing. Dude, it was... I was barely hanging on, and just because I was a new guy. And but sometimes you gotta fall off the merry-go-round before you figure out what you're doing. And
yes, Shauna said, but it's so fun though, right? And absolutely,
I
wouldn't go as often as I do. This is generally my go-to event that I do once, sometimes twice a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm a little bit more of a fan of the dental festival versus Smiles at Sea.
Why is that?
But then the food on the cruise is amazing. I don't know.
And all you gotta do is just show up with a fork, and they throw it in your face. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. It's a toss up, I guess. Then the food here was really, really good. They had a taco bar.
The shrimp they had that one day. Remember that? Did you
get
some? I got a whole plate full.
Yes, so good.
It was. I was impressed. I was like, holy crap! This is really, really good. And I could have eaten that for dinner. Seriously. Some of that stuff was so good. You could have eaten it for dinner.
Oh my gosh. Carlos, the dessert. I'm a foodie. Like, I love dessert. I love like I just love.
What dessert are you talking about? Because I don't think I got.
They had these eclairs that have almost like a mango jelly or something on the inside, but chocolate icing on top. I was like expecting like a cream filled, chocolate filled, whatever.
Right.
No, it's like it was this tangy, fruity, in this soft eclair shell. Oh my gosh.
Was it tart? Is tart a word you used to describe it?
Tart.
Or was it more sweet?
The jelly inside was tart. The chocolate icing part on the outside was fluffy and soft, like light and chocolatey. And then the coconut cream pies. Oh my gosh.
Where was all this? I didn't see any of this. What are you talking about?
What do you mean you did?
There was, I think peach cobbler one time, and I don't know what you're talking about. Little coconut things?
Yes. Dang.
What?
I, I'm sorry, Carlos.
I don't.
Was.
This might be hard to believe, Shandy, but I used to have a weight problem, and you're talking. Thanks for laughing. You're talking to the inner fat kid, and I'm like, what coconut cream things? What are you guys talking about?
Man.
I did do this. I went to just eat. I was gonna eat because I ate not at regular times. Like I had to squeeze it in, but
yeah.
So I would grab a plate full of whatever meat. Was it the steak thing, the roast beef, whatever that was, and a big pile of shrimp, and then I just bottle water and I'm out. So I didn't get a chance to hang out and sample desserts like you guys did, but I did get a hit of that peach cobbler, and that shit was on point, son.
Oh yeah, it was good.
If all that other crap you were talking about was that good, I'm a little annoyed that I missed out on all that.
I would be too. Oh, you know what happened? Carlos, this is what happened. So I grabbed you a plate. I tried to like look out for you because I knew you were working a lot.
Thank you for looking out.
If I could grab you lunch, grab you a plate, whatever. Well, what happened was I grabbed another snack plate for the dessert and I loaded it up with like 2 more coconut cream pie things or whatever they were, coconut tarts, I don't know, couple eclairs, couple brownie things, and then I went to find you. Sorry, I still got a cough.
You never found me.
I went to find you, and I never found you. So I'm sorry, but temptation overcame me, and they accidentally fell into my mouth.
You did what you had to do to survive, and I'm not mad at you for it.
It was life and death.
And if Flora's still here, I met her lovely mom. And
her mom was working too.
Mom was super quiet, but I could tell she's like Flora. She's observing everything, right? And then one morning, Flora was on my team, and I'm going to tell this story, Flora. So the day before, or I can't remember when, it all blurs together. Her mom goes, "Do you want anything from Dunkin' Donuts?" I'm like, "Not only do I want something, let me pay for it. If I'll buy if you fly," type of thing, right?
Yes.
You'll get a box of donuts for everybody, and then and a coffee, and then get whatever you guys want. So she went and got that. So the following day or the day after, she returned the favor, right? So I'm sitting there. It's me and Flora goes, "Here, do you want half this bagel?" I was like, "No, I'm not gonna eat your breakfast." She goes, "Well, the thing is that it's technically your bagel. We got it for you," and I'm like, "Well, thanks for." One half of my bagel that Linda bought for me, and so we had a good laugh about it. But yeah, so it's all love, man. It's all love.
She was just trying to save you from a full bagel,
Sure, and I appreciate you to watch. She had me on Carb Patrol, but I just want to give her a shout out, dude. She did something on Google Forms or Sheets or something, and I can't. I know what I need to do. My fat hands don't work as fast as I want them to. And she goes, "Here, move." So she grabbed my laptop and she was done like in 10 minutes. She starts working on the next day's thing. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Did you not want me to?" I'm like, "Oh, go ahead, finish." Dude, she knocked it out in like 10 minutes, and it would have taken me an hour to input the same information. So, totally worth the half bagel is all I'm going to say. It was
I don't
totally worth it. A whole bagel, really.
When we were getting ready for the presentation, I had it on a flash drive, which I'm cool enough to figure that part out, and we go in there and we're setting up for everything. A couple days before we have to go on, Ashley Beer Bar had us go through, make sure we understood the laptop and all that stuff, and then the day of, Ashley had to help me because I forgot everything. So
we did the panel, and you were there.
The diversity panel.
Yeah, onDiem. Thanks again for that opportunity. It was
awesome.
Just in a real conversation with people, and I can tell it was one of those divisive topics that kind of people feel strongly one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it could be a divisive topic.
Well, I think it doesn't have to be. What I'm saying, people feel strongly about their opinions is what I'm saying.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
And so we were treading on unknown waters, and I tried to level it off with just a little bit of humor and
Yeah,
not
you got
let
some
things get too
laughs. You
heavy.
did.
So I had to keep it down like in the middle of the road. I did say that that I hated super positive people, like the
Yes,
people that do the heart thing with their hands,
that was
so I
hilarious.
needed to do something silly just to sort of break the tension. But I think we had a very productive conversation, and there was no finger pointing or
Oh
anger or
no,
anything. It was
it
just
wasn't like that at all.
discovery
It was
and
amazing.
conversation, and it was fantastic. I think it's there's a lot of people that have had experiences, and I think we've all
Right.
we've all had bad experiences, but unfortunately some people have more than others, and it's not
Right.
fair. But I think it was great that we could talk about it and that kind of thing. Who's this? What are you doing? What is that?
Okay, so I didn't know they got down to the basement yet. I don't really want my kittens down in the basement because they can get into stuff, but I think we actually just named them today. I don't know if it's official yet. But you all know what happened to Sasha. Poor
Yeah.
kitty had FIP. Oh, come on. Oh, he's going to take the place of Sasha, apparently. FIP. And then this, I believe, we're going to name him Samson. And then the other girl is Delilah. So Samson and Delilah.
Okay, we're going biblical, huh? Old Testament.
Yes. Yeah. Old
That's
school.
what's up.
But he's a sweet boy. He cries a lot, which is annoying. But oh my gosh. Get your butt out of my face. Okay, that's enough of that. Bye, buddy.
He's a cute cat, but I'm allergic to him, and I just
Yeah.
watching him crawl on your face makes my eyes itch just thinking about it.
Yeah. And then the girl, she's super pretty, but I don't think she's brave enough to come down here yet. Anyway, I have no idea what I was saying. But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
we
thanks
could
onDiem, I
probably
guess, is what you were
close it
trying to
down
say.
here pretty quick. Or
Right?
soon. Got cat hair in my face. It was an amazing event, like usual. I think Quest did better this time around. We had more people. It was a lot more fun. Thanks again, Jay Lewis and Fifth Gear.
And Elijah and the festival and everybody else for
Yes,
allowing us to host
Elijah.
and do that on.
Just for the festival in general.
Sure.
It was his brainchild. I mean, it's amazing. And this is the most fun CE conference you'll ever go to.
On that note, I do want to add the dental festival, the Smiles at Sea cruise. We're doing land Fort Lauderdale, November 2nd and 3rd for Dentistry's Got Talent, and then we're doing the cruise 4th through the 7th. So we're leaving Friday. We'll be back Monday morning. You'll be back at work Tuesday if you want to. Go check it out, smilesatSea.com.
Yep.
Sandy, any last words? Anything else you want to add?
No, not really, but we would really appreciate your support. Check out our TikTok, Facebook page, obviously. We have Instagram. And I am so glad that Deneen came too, because it was just so much fun. I think they should do Quest every single time. But other than that, no, I'm good, buddy. Anything else for you?
I just,
Thanks for
if you guys,
listening.
want to go on iTunes or YouTube or like, subscribe, share it if you find
leave
it
a
funny.
Review. That would be amazing too.
Leave us a review on
it.
iTunes. Is it Apple Podcasts now?
Yep.
It's not even iTunes anymore. But whatever, you kids know what I'm talking about. Find it and leave us something. And on that note, guys, go floss yourselves. And thanks for listening.
Denise said my pants are not coming off. We'll see about that. All right, everybody, go floss yourselves. Thank you so much for watching live. We'll release this here pretty soon. We've got a few episodes coming out real soon.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.